Hello beautiful soul, welcome to Tap Into Your Magic. This is part of my Tapping and Tarot series and we are moving on to number 16, the Tower. Now this is one of my favorite cards, believe it or not. When I first got a tarot reading done, this was the first major arcana I ever got, and for some reason it comes up time and time again for me, and maybe you relate to that. So this is a great video to do, by the way, if you pull this in your tarot reading, or perhaps you just like the sound of this video. So when we get the Tower, this is a sign that something is going to fall apart around us. The Tower is going to collapse. But sometimes when we see this card, we think disaster. We think, oh my goodness, it's all going to go wrong. I'm going to really suffer. But this is not what this card means at all. It can have two meanings. The first one is prepare for the worst, which sounds really bad, but it really isn't. This is a card that if you have been avoiding something that you know is inevitable, this is a card that just says to you, you know what, just face your fears and do it. Maybe you need to be the one that knocks the tower down, but you've just been holding off on it, just waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're like, oh, someone else do it for me. No, this is a card of empowerment. The other side of this card as well is that you get to build your own foundation, and this can be, the Tower could be anything, right? It could be your relationship, it could be a job, it could be your mindset. There's something that isn't strong, and when you don't build on a strong foundation, what happens? The Tower falls down. But when I see this card, for me, it's a sign that even though everything's going to fall apart, it's not going to go the way I want, I get to start again. This is almost like a card of a fresh start. That's the way I like to see it and interpret it, because I think it's, you know, this card, like the devil, like death, has some negative connotations, but I see it as a really positive one. So let's start tapping on the cressy chop point. Just repeat after me. Even though everything is falling apart right now, I feel the ground is shaking beneath my feet. I'm standing on a shaky foundation. And maybe this foundation has been shaking for quite a while. But I've been pretending it hasn't. I've been avoiding it. But at some point, the Tower needs to fall down. Maybe I have spent a few years building this tower, and I thought that it was what I wanted. I filled the tower with cute little decorations, and it felt like home. But somewhere in the back of my mind, I knew it was temporary. I knew it just wasn't quite right. Or maybe it's come as a shock to me, because I really like things to stay the same. I'm always trying to put band-aids on everything. But this tower needs to collapse. And even though that gives me a little bit of anxiety, and I feel uncertain about the future, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and forgive myself. I allow the tower to collapse so that I can build something so much better. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Let's begin. Eyebrow point. The tower is falling down. Maybe I'm sad to see it go. This is something I've been working really hard on, and it didn't work out. I spent so much time and energy on this tower. Why did it fall apart? But I know that everything has to fall apart for it to come back together again. This tower was never stable. And the truth is, maybe I'm secretly glad it collapsed. Because now I can build something so much stronger. If the tower is my job, maybe I can find a better one. If the tower is my relationship, well, there's better love waiting for me on the other side. If the tower is my mindset, I can create better thoughts and build stronger beliefs about myself and start again. Because starting over feels really scary. Feels like I'm taking a massive step back. But sometimes you have to step back so you can get a view. A clearer view of what's going on. What do I want? Who do I want to be? And once I feel really confident and clear about my decision, I can start to rebuild. There are thousands of castles that have been knocked down. And then something more beautiful was built on top. Something stronger, longer lasting. And so I'm going to empower myself today that this is not the end. This is just the beginning. I'm clearing away any doubt or anxiety. Clearing away any fear. I'm leaving the past behind. Ready to embrace a hot new future. I've got the shovel in my hand. Ready to lay some new foundations. And I'm excited for the next step. And all the magic that is to unfold for me. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Just checking with how you're feeling. Hopefully you're feeling a bit more optimistic about the tower, the tower card. Like I said, this is a sign of things having to fall apart so something better can be built. And maybe as you were tapping, something came to you. Maybe you thought, oh, actually, this idea, and act on that. Sometimes as well, the tower is a time where we sometimes have to take like a step back, which feels really uncomfortable because the way that society has worked itself out is that we always have to keep moving forward. We have to keep doing things bigger and better, and that quitting a job or leaving a relationship or a marriage or saying no to something is a step back, but it's not. It's you doing that for yourself so you can stop, take a pause, figure out what you want, and then build a stronger foundation for the future. And don't be afraid as well. If someone knocks down your tower, fine, it's fine. You can build a better one. Or if you're feeling brave enough, knock down your own tower. If you know it's just not it anymore, you're not excited about it, you're not loving it, you've tried everything, and it's just, no. Knock it down, build again. So thank you so much for tapping along. If you'd like to find a playlist, probably somewhere on here, you can find the major arcanas. So if you do pull them in your tarot readings, you can tap along and yeah, maybe do some journaling after this on what came up for you. And if you'd like to reach out to me or comment below anything that came up for you, I'd love to hear it. And thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content like this.